Hey folks, welcome to the stream. We're just gonna start. Gonna play our 5 minutes of self-inch music, and then we'll get into it. So, enjoy. Alright folks, let's get started then. I'm Ninja K, hey, and I play improv piano, which mostly just means I play what comes to mind. That's generally what we get. As far as quest things, not the best playing sheet music or playing by ear, so I can't play just any random song on the fly. Super sorry. But hey, if you got like a story prompt, a phrase, a couple words, general feeling or emotion, or even random send notes, love to take that kind of stuff and improv with it. So. Yes, it is Techno Tuesday today. Bringing out the instruments and backing track should be a lot of fun. I thought today maybe we would start by making an instrument because it's been a while. I'm going to start from my default piano set, which is, by the way, a bright piano and a stage piano. Haha, look at that. But we'll turn off the second layer. Let's start with, man, so many good options. Let's grab an orchestra layer. So there's going to be like strings and something else in these. Generally, this says pizzicato and glockenspiel. That sounds really good for like if you do a lot of intertwined stuff like this. Let me get that. So thinking about registers, as I like to call them, I think about sound you can think about sound like it's a set of instruments playing together. Or rather, let's instead talk about it like, because that's what it is. Think about you have a bunch of slots on a grid. The more slots you fill, the better the sound is, assuming they fit together at all. So we want multiple pieces to fit together. Each piece is kind of a chunk of sound. I call it a register, because that's how I don't know why I picked that name. And so we have registers are formed from what I can tell in this terminology and this thought process, because this is all my own understanding, is that you can have like deep notes, and deep sounds separate themselves from upper sounds, so they can be heard of distinctly as separate bits. If I swap over real fast to like a piano here so I can demonstrate. it shouldn't be that hard to pick out that lower hand from that upper hand, right? They form separate registers. And in particular, I was doing this offbeat stuff, right? And so making them distinct, right? Every sound you can hear that is a separate sound that you could pick out fills out the sound more. So that can be done with distance. It can be done with speed. If I say go really slow notes and put fast notes on it. Or it can be done with type of sound. So if I grab, say, make my lower hand here into, what is this? Like that. Very different sounds, but when put together, now this makes, yes. This, again, this is just my own understanding, and these registers aren't hard and fast. One could, if you were trying to get at the concept of it, right? Trying to talk about that I do this thing where I make a lower note and then a louder note on my bass hand. You can hear that here. Hear how there's a deep note and then an upper note? And so you can kind of tell those apart. But that gets into the other half of registers, which is that they merge. So if you play two things which are very similar, that follow the same register, they combine into one instrument. And that's what we do when we combine instruments together. So let's say we take our piano, and we combine that piano with something like a, let's go with an electric piano. Some electric pianos have really nice sound. Hear how those sounds are very similar and they mesh, so they can be in the same register. Except for that one has the display. Let me find something that's a little more bouncy. There, that's a harpsichord. Sorry, I was still having the same issue because, again, type of sound. The harpsichord makes a very sharp noise and the piano makes a mellow one. So by combining a guitar, which has more of that twang, that with the twang of the harpsichord, we accomplish register merging. Hear how they sound like the same instrument, but if I turn off one of the layers, you can hear the difference. And so this is how, when I think about sound and about what makes a sound fuller and bigger and broader, I think about this in terms of how many voices at different pitches at different kinds of sound. And similar groups, like those lower hands, right, with the slow and the upper note that was going fast, start to merge, but they are still somewhat distinct, versus the guitar and harpsichord combine very smoothly into one instrument and are definitely one register. And so again, it's all wishy-washy terminology that I use just so that I can try to get some sense behind the concepts. It's been a while since I explained all that, so I figured I'd give another explanation. So when you think about your sound, you want to maximize your registers if you want a bigger, broader, fuller sound. So with our pizzicato glockenspiel, okay, we want to combine that with something maybe that has a broader, larger, mellow sound as a back to that main one. So if we grab, let's say, a transistor organ here, I am currently using what's OBS, and so as I'm talking here, I'm actually swapping. You see my arm come up here. I'm actually swapping between my inputs. So I currently have in OBS, I'm using the standard audio mixer from OBS to combine the piano's input and the microphone input. And so yeah, and then I have it tweaked so that the sound is hopefully not so different in volume. But yes, that is how I'm doing it. I'm just using the built-in OBS audio mixer for that. So, and then of course OBS is my streaming software, which is connecting to Twitch itself. So yes. I think in OBS there are, because remember, OBS is built like you have a scene, which is like our thing here, right? So we can go back to face to face. This is my scene here and my piano scene. And then in each scene I have a set of sources. And so one of the source types you can get is app, I think. And that's probably how you would go about connecting GarageBand to OBS, is through that source element. I wouldn't be exactly sure because I haven't tried to connect to OBS to it, but I know it can capture your whole output of the audio sound of your whole computer. So I do not have a pitch bend connected, but I think it can take pitch bend. And in fact, in my app, because I'm using a Clavinova CSP 150 from Yamaha, and in my app I can actually adjust it so that my pedals will adjust my pitch bend, for instance. So I know it can have pitch bend. I just don't have it turned on because I don't generally need pitch bend. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I really enjoy my piano. It's got the cantilevered, so it feels like a real piano, and yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. So a lot of good stuff I can do with it. So Anyways, I think I was having way too much fun with the Pizzicato Glockenspiel full organ set here. So I think we will grab a style, which will be our backing tracks and stuff. And let me think here for a moment. What type of sound do we got again? We could grab my phone here is running something called the Smart Pianist app, and it's because my Clavinova CSP 150 can connect to my phone via that. Because that's part of this whole set of series that Yamaha has. It controls a lot of the Yamaha type pianos that can connect to app like that. I think so. Yeah, I believe it's on both Android and Apple. I've got Apple right now, so. So yes, there's it's good. Let's see, where was I working? Oh, one last thing I'll say on the phone and the app and situation. Great piano, lovely sound, great speakers, honestly. Love the recordings I get off of it. One issue is that it's USB driver, I guess, is a little bit funky. Because it can only connect to the computer or to a phone. So there's actually another port over here. So my computer connects over here. Not that you can see it because I leave it off stream. And over here, my phone can plug into it and connect directly to my app. But if it's connected to my computer, it can't connect to my app. But that's okay because I can Wi-Fi connect to it to my phone. But, and I know all this because I've done it so many times, it can only send the MIDI signal or the audio to one of the two locations. So when it's connected in this particular setup, it will only send the audio to the computer and the MIDI to my phone, which is important because if you try to record audio on your phone, you can't do it. And if you try to use MIDI on your computer, say like when we do MIDI Minecraft, it won't send MIDI signals to the computer if the app's open. So yes, it's kind of annoying that it's one or the other, and then, right, in both the physical connection and the Wi-Fi connection, right, are separate, and then the tracks it actually sends to two directions. And it's actually, I'm pretty sure, sending the MIDI to the phone because it's using it for the style stuff that I'm doing about the setup right now for this particular song. So, right, because it's going to use the MIDI signals to figure out what key I'm in and change the style of the song or the sound of the song so that it matches the key that I'm playing in. And so yes, it's a little annoying, but I get great sound out of it, and it does connect to everything at the end of the day. So how much can I complain if I have a great piano that lets me do magic? So, but the hardware itself is a little bit trial and error. Anyways. Good. Yeah, I don't do very much audio mixing and such, so OBS does me good for what I do. I used to use, like when I very first started, I used Twitch Studio, but I think they discontinued that entirely, so that's when I had to bail and go to OBS. But or pick something else, but yeah, I picked OBS, so yes, streaming is complicated. And when you stream solo like I do, You learn how to be cameraman, speaker, technician, and performer. Good stuff. What was I playing again? Right. I could do a lot of different types of music with this sound. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, so I either do loud, rowdy, dance-ish music, or I could flip it and turn it to something calmer, or I could go kind of broader sound. I don't know. Let me check. That is the wrong tab. I have to get over to the voices tab to check it. I don't see it in this list, but there's a lot of organ lists, so I'll direct search the name. I do not see that on the list. Unfortunate. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'll go with the power ballad one, because I enjoy the power ballad one, which I can't remember. Yeah, it's in rock and pop and rock ballad. Ugh. Too many words. Oh yeah, there's too many ballads in here. Ah, power ballad. That seems like the right one. It's called the Smart Pianist app, and again, it only works with certain pianos and things. But yeah, Smart Pianist app. If it works on your piano, it probably should say so in its manual. So, anyways, let's play some music. I got thrown way off. I'm sorry. Give me a moment. I'm also going to pick a different sound. Unfortunately, folks, that is in fact the end of our stream for today. So thanks for coming and hanging out. Really appreciate people stopping by and saying hi. We had a lot of people chatting. So yeah, thanks. Twitch TV boy? That sounds right. What? Calf. Yep, this is hard. Cavezeviv? These are, I don't know. I know Explorer Music. See, I can read that one. And Chentaworks, all for stopping by. Appreciate you guys enjoying my music and asking questions and stuff. It's good. I've been streaming a long time, and I know a few things. I like to think. But I still haven't put in. I'm not a huge streamer, so I just hobby a lot. Anyways, but yes, really enjoy chatting with you guys and playing music. So thank you, and thanks to anyone else who's lurking or saw by after the fact. Love to know that you guys are around and enjoying my music too. So thank you. Hopefully we'll have a normal-ish stream tomorrow, so yeah. Hopefully within the 2 o'clock hour. Yeah. I got about 30 minutes late today, so anyways, but with that, I'm going to wrap up. Till next time, folks. See ya.